to try something new. It's called a class meeting. A class meeting is different than what we normally do as a class because we're not going to be focusing on a school subject. Class meetings, which we'll have once a week, will be times when we can discuss any number of things that are important to us. Sometimes we'll come up with a topic together, sometimes you can suggest one, and sometimes I'll come up with the subject that we're going to talk about. One thing that we'll certainly discuss is our school's bullying prevention program, how we're treating each other in this building, and how we can be kinder, more respectful, and more helpful to each other. During our class meetings, we have a certain set of rules. You tell me what you think they mean. First rule, we raise our hand when we want to say something. We all know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, everyone has the right to be heard. What do you think that means? What does it mean? Everybody has the right to be heard. Kayla? So that everybody's involved in the activity? What else? What do you think it means? Everybody has the right to be heard. Julia? If you have an opinion, you should feel safe enough to say it in our classroom, right? Rule number 3, we let others speak without interrupting within a certain time limit. What does that mean to you? Caitlin?
That you can say what you want and no one can stop you from saying what you're thinking.
Right, if you want to say something, you can feel safe enough that I can say this and I know that nobody's going to interrupt me or tell me that my idea is wrong or stupid or dumb, because they're going to let me finish what I'm saying without stopping me. Okay. Rule number 4, everyone has the right to pass. What does that mean? Danny?
Everybody has the right to pass in case they want to change their mind or something.
Right, or maybe they don't feel like participating right now. And if I ask you, so if I say, Jacob, what do you think about that? You can say, I pass. Maybe you don't want to share your thoughts, and that's okay. Remember, your thoughts are yours and yours alone. So if you don't want to share them, you will never be forced to say anything during a meeting. You can just listen. We can disagree without being disagreeable or saying mean things, no put downs. What does that mean? Jayla?
Like you cannot agree with somebody says, but you can't like tell them that it's not a good idea or you should not say anything.
Right, you can not agree with somebody without saying something in a mean way. You can say, you know what, I disagree with that and here's why, right? As long as you can defend what you're saying, you can say that you disagree with somebody without saying, I disagree with that, that's a stupid answer. Or that's a silly thought. Or why would you even think that? Those aren't kind of things that we're gonna hear, right? We're gonna hear it, you know what, that's a good idea. I think maybe a little differently, but I respect your thought. When talking about bullying or other problems between students, we don't mention names. That is a big rule during our class meetings. We don't say names. If we're talking about specific instances that have happened, we don't tell anybody's name during the meeting. If something has happened and you need to talk to me about it after the meeting, then you can use names. But while we're all sitting together, we can talk about things that are happening, but we can't use other people's names. Agreed? Okay. Let me explain a little bit more about class meetings. We're here to get to know one another better and work together better as a group or a team. We can discuss life here at school, such as the way students relate to each other, things you're concerned about here, or improvements you'd like to see happen. Today I want to start talking about something very important, bullying, mean and hurtful behavior. What does it mean to bully somebody else? What does it mean to bully somebody else? Noah?
Be mean to someone specifically for something
To be mean to somebody specifically
and do it over and over and over.
and do it over and over and over. Anything else? Paula?
Constantly harass someone.
To constantly harass somebody. Good words, by the way. Caitlin?
Exclude from anything.
To exclude people from something. Those are great ideas. Here's the definition of bullying. A person is bullied when he or she is exposed repeatedly and over time, just like Noah said, to negative actions on the part of one or more other persons, and he or she has difficulty defending him or herself. So I think we covered almost everything in what you said. Noah told us that it happens over and over again. Paula and Caitlin gave us some details, some examples of bullying. But one important thing that we didn't have was that the person who is having mean and hurtful behavior done to them has a hard time defending themselves. They don't have the power to stand up to whoever it is who's doing the mean and hurtful behavior. So, we've just had our first meeting. After this, we're gonna have them once a week. At first, we're gonna talk about the 4 rules of bullying that we learned at our kickoff, and then we're gonna move on to some other topics throughout the year. If you feel as though you have something you'd like to talk about in our class meeting, please bring it up to me and we can make a class meeting just about what you need to talk about. These class meetings aren't for me, they're for our team to come together. Okay? Please move your chairs back to where they were and remember to respect people's things as you do so.